We are outside the Royal Courts of Justice in London, where legal groups are presenting their case to the UK High Court that the UK government's continued export of parts that go into F-35 fighter jets to Israel is in fact unlawful. Now, UK law stipulates that the UK cannot sell arms to countries if they may be used in the violation of international humanitarian law. It is this law that led to the UK suspending arms export licenses for over 30 weapons in September of last year. However, at the time, they exempted F-35 parts, which these legal organizations are now contesting.
Over the last 19 months of this unfolding genocide, every single F-35 plane that has dropped 200-pound bombs on Gaza, known to kill in a way that is indiscriminate, has had British parts inside it, has British complicity, has British partnership inside it. We literally have millions of people whose lives hang in the balance right now. So everything anyone can do to expand the base of their solidarity is needed now.
I don't think that the British government is just complicit. I think they are actively facilitating genocide through arms sales, through diplomatic cover, through surveillance. 42 MPs, myself included, have written to David Lammy to explain why arms sales, according to Israel's tax authority and import data, show that arms sales have continued, including F-35s, and the allegation that he has misled Parliament alongside other ministers.
David Lammy has been answering questions, or failing to answer questions from us, for almost a year now on these issues. He started off by saying that they couldn't control what happened to the parts with the F-35 jets, refuses to answer questions about the use of the Royal Air Force Base at Akrotiri in Cyprus, and then claimed that weapons were not being sent when they were being sent. And he also at various times has either said there is or isn't a genocide. He doesn't seem able to make up his mind on that one. It is a shambles the way the government is presenting its case, but beneath all that is the most appalling deception that somehow or other they're not complicit in the acts of genocide when they clearly are.
No other country on earth could escape the wrath of the international community other than Israel in these circumstances. And I do not understand why that should be so. We are continuing to fund them with arms. They shouldn't be funded with a paperclip, let alone the ability to continue with the annihilation and the destruction of an entire people. But no, the voices in Parliament are strong. I think we are in the majority. It is cross-party. If there was a vote tomorrow, I'm convinced it would be to recognise Palestine.
From the very beginning, both governments, Conservatives and Labour, have done everything in their power to sustain transfers in the face of the worst crimes imaginable. And this has just given Israel impunity to continue to do more. So, maybe they thought there wouldn't be a 2-month blockade, but that's exactly what you get when you let a human rights violator do whatever it wants. They haven't explained a single bit of any of those transfers. They haven't explained why the aircraft parts haven't gone down, even though they've said they've suspended direct transfers. They haven't explained the huge transfer under the category of bombs, missiles and grenades. And that kind of really shows the democratic deficit that we're dealing with here in the UK, that we have these incredible reports and then ministers and government just say, no, we're not going to answer those questions. We're not going to explain a single thing.